Hi. So this is my second time recording. The first time I got through 10 minutes of brilliant inspirational video and it all disappeared. Sorry. Don't know why that happened, but I'll try to redo it, and it may not be as long, and it probably won't be as good, or maybe it'll be even better. But basically, I am a little behind. I meant to upload this on Friday, as you all know, and it's Sunday night. But I am getting it done, which is what I would consider a success. And sometimes it's better late than never, right? The other day, I wanted to share something with you guys. I went over to my sister's and was chatting with her, and at the end of our conversation, she was expressing frustration about lack of motivation, you know. And I've been talking about this motivation, you know, before, and I just kind of threw it out there to her that, you know, why doesn't she just write down everything that you know, she's feeling and lacking in motivation, and kind of create her own motivation out of nothing, right? Like, if you don't feel it, write down all the things that just are upsetting you and driving you crazy, you know, and basically find the motivation. And you know, out of this, I had just kind of thrown it out there, and honestly was just bullshitting. I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about. Sorry, sis. I want to, and I want to hope that what I say works, but the reality is that I'm trying to figure it out, you know, just like everybody else. And but I started thinking, right? Like, telling her, create your own motivation, Rebecca. Create your own motivation, and just kind of write down, you know, what really bothers you about where you're at in life, and you know, get passionate about the things that aren't right. Don't accept it for being status quo. Don't accept your life for being exactly where it's at. Like desire change and make it happen. Create that motivation. I started thinking, and this thought just kept turning over in my head, you know, create your own motivation. And it reminded me of the phrase, fake it till you make it, right? Like, we've all heard this phrase, and there's other phrases too. There's you crave what you eat, right? So fake it till you make it. I've used it so many times. Like, way back in high school, I used it to overcome my insecurities around people. I was so shy, and I was so afraid to speak in public, and I was homeschooled until my senior year of high school, and I went to school, and I just faked it. I mean, I just pretended to be the most bubbly, happy, outgoing person, and people had no idea I was terrified to speak in public, that I was absolutely scared shitless when I got up in front of a classroom and had to say anything. I mean, I got beat red. That's probably part of my genetics, but yeah, just totally faked it, and I made it, right? And I've done that in a lot of ways. I've faked the confidence in job interviews, and even skills and things. You know, sometimes you don't feel like you have what it takes to apply to a job, or like, you know, you're not good enough or whatever, and sometimes you got to go in there and just fake it and just be like, I can do this, you know. You will get the confidence, you'll get the belief in yourself, and in a way that's better than having all the skills, all the tools. So, you know, back to food and stuff, since that's always a big thing for all of us. Craving, I mean, gosh, we have such limited brain, you know, memory. It's so funny, this concept of craving. We tend to think that cravings are separate from us, right? Like, oh, I'm just craving this delicious chocolate cake or Cheetos or something, right? But if you don't know what Cheetos taste like or chocolate cake, you're not going to crave it. You really aren't. And that goes to say that if you have if you don't eat that stuff very often, you probably aren't going to crave it. Like, we have short memories. Your memory around food craves what it eats. So this is a cool a concept. But I feel like it's along the same lines of, you know, fake it till you make it, or whatever. This idea that you can change your cravings because you can change what you're eating is kind of awesome, right? So yeah, back to the idea of create motivation, right? So if that's kind of in the same lines, and the same analogy of craving what you eat works for creating motivation, then you could imagine that you're going, you don't have motivation, right? Because you're not practicing it, right? You're not thinking about that. So what do you need to be motivated for, right? You've become complacent or happy with life as it is, the status quo, right? So motivation disappears because you're not practicing creating it. So this idea, right? I just made this up, and I don't know if it's full of shit or whatever, but I think that it's worth trying out. So Rebecca, encourage you to try it, and I'm going to try it as well. You know, I've got this like whole wall here. I'll show you. That's just right there. You can see. Great half finished wallpaper peeled off, ready to be painted. But you know what? In the meantime, I've always thought to myself, I can just throw some pictures up there, some inspirational pictures, you know, print some stuff off online. Like whatever moves you, whatever motivates you, find it. Write it down. You got a story of somebody losing 100 pounds, go put it up on your wall, right? You know, pictures of you back for the baby. I don't care. You know, whatever's important to you. That stuff doesn't matter to me. But you know, whatever it is that you feel inspired by, quotes, print it out really big, post it on the wall. This is what I was thinking for myself. You guys do whatever you want, but yeah, create motivation. So this is a little project I think I'm going to add in, and I'll do, and I encourage my sister as well to add it in. Hold on a second. Seems like my dog is crying. Oh, it's my cat. Okay, sorry. Where was I? Here. So back to motivation. Yeah, this week's been going good. I just, you know, this is a short video, but I basically just wanted to check in and identify some things that I was working on, some good things. I've had a really good day today. I was super stressed out the last 2 days, and probably would have helped if I'd done the video, but I'm doing it now. I sat down today, I woke up, and I literally wrote down everything I wanted to do for school, and then I broke it up. So, and you know, you can't study more than an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. So every hour, hour and a half, I stopped and gave myself a half-hour time slot to go make the bed, clean the closet, right? Do laundry, clean the kitchen. You know, little things that also make me feel like I'm in control. And it's been happening, you know. I've been plugging away, and sure, like I would say right now, it's 5 o'clock. I'm about 2 hours behind my schedule. I had a friend stop by. We went and picked out a Christmas tree. You know, sometimes you gotta say yes to those experiences, right? But I can go back and I look at my plan and I go, I know what I'm gonna do next, and I'm gonna sit down as soon as I leave here and work on my presentation that's due Wednesday. It's all about the eye and how the eye sees color. It's very cool. So yeah, so this idea of having a plan is actually working. I've been working this last couple weeks, as you know, and I'm feeling pretty fantastic about it, despite the stress and stuff. So anyway, I'm gonna sign off here, and I hope you guys are motivated like I'm feeling today. And Rebecca, do what I said. Okay, write that list out. I'm gonna write my list out. Okay, and everybody else who's watching, give it a try and see if you can create some motivation this week. All right, I'll see you next week.